HBAR and Algorand are two tokens that I've bought more of today. As you know, if you are subscribed to this channel, I've been accumulating both these cryptocurrencies over the last few weeks for a very, very good reason. We're going to dive in and look where I see Algorand and HBAR going in the shorter term. But before we do me a favor, hit that like button, hit subscribe, and let's get on with today's video. So over on the HBAR chart, we've seen this basically push towards the downside over the last few weeks. And why has it been doing it, you ask? Well guys, because Bitcoin has been doing this. But what I want you to pay attention to is this on the Bitcoin chart. So where Bitcoin has fallen and now started to push back aggressively, HBAR has barely pushed back aggressively at all. So that's kind of interesting to see. But what I want to focus on is this area through here. Now, HBAR was one of the most aggressive gainers in this part. It did that for a number of different reasons. It has a very passionate community of people behind this project in the telegrams, on YouTube, battling in the comments, telling everyone how great a project HBAR is. Algorand much the same. We'll look at that in just a moment. But what I like to pay attention to is this area through here. Now, you're probably wondering, well, why have I drawn this box on here? And how did I know that we were probably going to return to this area? Well, look at this huge push out here. These little candles like this is money that comes from people like you and me, okay? These are not huge moves. They're not really large-scale investors. Larger scale investors are buying like this, but they can't fill all of their bag in one go because their bags are too big and it will push just too quickly to the upside. They need to maintain it at a certain level to be able to buy it again. So they know that if it's going to return to this level around 5.4 cents, they're going to start buying again. So we can almost mark this level on before we'd even got back into it, knowing roughly that we would accumulate somewhere here. And what I like to see is the fact that we've not really been accumulating that aggressively. But what we can see is there are a lot of wicks here showing buying pressure, but not significant amounts of buying pressure yet. Because we've seen Bitcoin already pushing and HBAR yet to push, that tells me that HBAR is more interesting than Bitcoin. Bitcoin's pushed. I'm looking for coins that haven't pushed yet and are likely to push after. HBAR is one. That's why I've been loading up on bags of HBAR. And yes, a couple of weeks ago, there's some pretty negative news floating around about HBAR. You've probably seen a lot of negative news floating around about Bitcoin, about Mt. Gox, SVB, Silicon Valley Bank, that's caused huge amounts of drama around the USDC coin. Everyone was anticipating that Bitcoin was going to go to 10K. I've told you over and over again, when you see all this negative sentiment in the markets, then we're more than likely going to turn around and go the other way. Okay, so focus on what the overall sentiment is and do the opposite, and you'll never be far wrong. Obviously, that's not financial advice. It's just the way that I've picked up on how things work in crypto. Jumping over again then to Algorand. Why again am I interested in Algorand? Again, I'm looking for passionate communities of people. Now, many people get offended by this, okay? But I'm basically going to tell you how I think it is anyway. Most people in crypto don't really know what most of these different cryptocurrencies do. They just want to buy into hype projects and get excited about projects, and that's fine. They get passionate about them, and that's what drives the price up dramatically and very aggressively. It does also cause them some massive dramas later on. And if you want to find out how to avoid losing money in crypto, then make sure you watch this video I made yesterday, which I'll link to the end of this video. Now again, Algorand did something interesting. I did buy it the other day. I made a video about it, and I'm starting to buy more. But after that SVB news, Bitcoin did fall harder, which caused everything else to fall harder as well. Okay, so it does all play in the balance of what Bitcoin's doing. So what we can see is then we have to move our box a little bit lower down. We've then got Algorand getting in towards the next zone. And how do we identify this zone? Well, unlike HBAR, we didn't have necessarily a huge amount of aggressive candles from this area. We did have a bit of sideways action. You've also got this bottom over here, which indicates that this could be an interesting price for Algorand. It's not significant and there's not huge amounts of support and resistance here, but it's worth taking a look at. And as I said in the video the other day, that if it came down to the next level, I would be buying again. And if it does fall down to this level again, then I will be buying again. It's very easy to know what's going to happen when you plan ahead. And then maybe if it gets back up towards this level, then I can take some profits off the table and then I'm happy, right? Then I can move that into something else or just leave it in Algorand a bit longer. But ultimately, what I'm looking for right now is hype projects. Go to YouTube, see some of your favorite YouTubers, like myself, of course, who make videos about various different topics. Go and look at how many views they get on particular topics of videos. For example, if someone's getting lots of views on Gala and HBAR and Algorand, those are trending coins. Those are coins that are very worth paying attention to right now, but be very careful of getting overhyped and excited by these projects because lots of people are playing on the emotions of investors. like Gala's going to go 100x and all these things. It might happen. Be very cautious of getting overly excited about future potential. All you're looking for is undervalued tokens with good upside potential, and taking profits along the way on the way to the upside. It's the only way to make money in crypto, not just putting all your money into one coin and hoping for the best that you're going to be able to get a 400x and take it all out in 2 years and then just retire, which, you know, you might get lucky, it might happen, but that's not the best way to play this game, in my opinion. Now, if you're looking to get into day trading, obviously not if you're an inexperienced trader, I recommend going across to Fairdesk. As well as that, they're upgrading their spot account all the time with loads of new tokens, and also you get a deposit bonus as soon as you sign up. But the reason I like Fairdesk over other exchanges you might have heard of is because of their really low fees. These really low fees will make a huge difference when you get later on in the bull market and you're trying to make daily trades, because it can get very expensive and it can get into your profits as you get higher up in the market. Also, on a daily basis, we are discussing in my Telegram group, which is linked down below, absolutely free, coins like Algorand, coins like Gala, Hello, HBAR, everything you can think of, Web3 projects, GameFi, etc. Absolutely free. No brainer, guys. Get into the link down below in the description, and I'll see you over there. You can ask me questions anytime you want. And there's also some very experienced guys in there as well. If you enjoyed today's video, do me a favor, hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, hit subscribe, and I will see you very soon in the next video. Bye-bye.